So I apologize for the last attempt at this video because apparently my microphone crapped out. I was out all morning doing stuff. Well, no, not. I was home working on something else not related to videos. Then I left the house. Then I got home at like 2 in the afternoon, filmed a 30-minute video. My brother got home. We left to go do laundry. I'd already posted the video, found out it had no sound. I didn't get home again until like 5 minutes ago. It's currently 7:30 at night. And I have to film it again. And I apologize for the sound quality because I do not have a microphone. I now just have my phone. Alright, I'm going to have to try and remember everything I put in the previous video and do it again. Alright, let's see, where did I start? It was a wrap-up video of everything I've worked on for the past month. I just remember that much. My brain is even worse than it was the first time because I have been busy all day. Alright, let me think. I guess I'll start with the knitted stuff. And it occurs to me that now that I don't have a microphone on my shirt, the sound is only going to work if I'm directly facing the phone, so I can't actually turn away while I'm talking. Okay, we're going to start with the knitted stuff. Alright, so I did finish 2 knit hats this month, and it's actually pretty useful to be posting these because it forces me to finish things, which otherwise I would probably never get done. So first of all, this one is what I used to teach me how to use double pointed needles. So up until right about here, it was entirely on the double pointed needles until it got too big for them and I switched to circulars. And it's entirely using hand spun. So from here down, it's a mix of Wensleydale, BFL, and silk. And then I ran out of Wensleydale and it goes down to just the BFL silk. And then this hat is the one that I was working on in the previous video, and I finally finished it because I felt bad for not finishing it. So that's done. I'm also ticked off because my lighting is worse now. When I filmed this the first time, it was still daylight. Anyway, hopefully you can see it. And this one is, you know, merino and BFL and silk hand spun. It's actually, so if you can see, there's a little bit of green right here, and that's where I cut it off. And then that got doubled up and was what was used here. So since these two used the same yarn, they're kind of like sisters or cousins or something. I'm going with sisters. So yeah, 2 knit hats done that I don't know what I'm going to do with because I don't need any more hats. I guess I'll just stick them in the pile of stuff I donate or whatever. I don't really care what happens to them at this point. I had a lot more to say the first time and I don't remember half of what it was. So I'll do my best. Forget the hats. Alright. Let's do the 2 woven objects, I guess. What is this plastic on my desk? I don't remember. Okay. Woven objects. I have 2 scarves done. I'm hoping to do more weaving this coming month. I have some requested weaving projects coming up. Although it's not like I have any priority for them because I hate being asked to do things. Anyway, woven scarf. This one's mostly sock yarn, so it's, I guess, machine washable, although I would not put it in the dryer. It's got a lot of bamboo in it too. It's really shiny and drapey. And then this one is 100% cotton, and I did like a gradient warp, so that's kind of fun. So these are both already washed. I just have to trim the fringe, which is probably my least favorite part because I always get kind of obsessive about making it even. But hopefully those will be done in like a day or 2 so I can actually give them to who they belong to. I'm just throwing them on my couch. You can't see it, but it's the best way to get them out of my way right now. Alright. Tunisian circular scarf. It was the sampler scarf where I was trying a bunch of different Tunisian crochet stitches. I still need to block it because it's rolling up really bad. You see it? And I actually finally bought the foam block things so I can block it. I only bought those today. So after this video, I'll pin it out and block it. It'll actually be my first time properly doing that. However, I don't really think that's a video worthy thing because it's really boring. You pin it out straight, you spray it wet. It's nothing particularly exciting. Alright, that's done. I did a Tunisian crochet hat. It's mostly the Tunisian simple stitch. The top part's actually normal crochet just because it's kind of hard to do increases in Tunisian crochet that look decent. So, I think last time I probably talked about what yarns they were, but I guess I can try to remember what they were. I think the darker purple one is Louisa Harding Oriole, which is like an alpaca sparkle blend. And then the background is something from Noro that had a lot of cotton and silk in it. But I don't remember which line it was because they're all kind of similar. It might have been, I think it was Kagayaki or something like that. I'm pretty sure it started with a K. So that one is really soft. I like using it. It's really slubby and soft. So that's yet another hat I have no use for. Alright, sock wise, I did finish both of these, if you'll remember. And I really don't like the heel on them. But they are wearable, which is good. So far I've only finished one of these ones, which is the same pattern, but I adjusted this part so it would fit more tightly, and I'm adjusted the heel so it wouldn't be as lumpy and odd, but I'm still not totally happy with the heel, so I'm going to continue working on that over the next few pairs. I still have to make the second sock for this one. I haven't sat down with it because I keep getting distracted by other projects. I have very little in the way of attention span. Alright, so this one I also was working on for the last month, and I just work on like I get maybe an inch or two of it done a week. But it's the Tunisian crochet knit stitch, and I'm pretty sure. Okay, I know the pink yarn is pure silk. I remember in the last video I had said that the fingering weight single ply merino was Ella Rae, but I'm pretty sure that I said the wrong one because the more I thought about it and looked through my notes in my journal from when I bought it, I was really excited about it because it was like the most expensive skein of yarn I'd ever bought, and color wise it doesn't match any Ella Rae stuff. So I think it was Madeline Tosh, like the Tosh Merino Light most likely, but I don't know what color because I lost the tag ages ago. It is really soft and drapey and pretty, and it will be done someday. Okay, what else? Still working on my swatch for the Tunisian crochet, the Luca interchangeable Tunisian crochet hook review. I would say it's 50% done, the swatch I mean. I need to just film the review. I'm probably just going to film the review with the swatch not done because I got really into making a metered square, and it's really big and honestly kind of useless. Like I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But I just enjoy seeing the corner grow because it makes a really cool design as you do metered squares, so, or mitered. In my head I've always pronounced it metered, but the videos I've seen it is pronounced mitered, so I guess it's probably mitered. I don't really have many fiber arts friends that I talk to in person, so most of my pronunciation of things is based on either YouTube videos or just me guessing, and I don't guess well. Alright, let me see what else. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, so I don't know how many of you know what a temperature blanket is, but basically you keep track of the temperature where you live or wherever. Like, you can make one for a different location or something, but in my case it's where I live, for the entire year. So in Maine, it's a pretty wide range of temperatures. We can have all 4 seasons in one day. It's not unusual even. So I technically started it pretty late. Normally you start those at the beginning of the year, but I hadn't decided if I wanted to do it or not until a couple days ago. So I wrote down and tracked out all of the weather data for the past 3 months. And I still have to finish. I haven't done April yet because it kind of makes more sense to me to do it at the end of the month so I can adjust for the color changes better. But I can show you January, February, and March. So just one moment. So right now it just looks like a bunch of random stripes, right? So this is January. This black stripe here is the end of the month. So this is the first day of January down here. This color is a range of 30 to 39 degrees. The purple is 20 to 29 degrees. The blue is 40 to 49, and this really colorful one here is 10 to 19. And then we go on, and February was way colder than January. And April was really random. I mean, not April, March. It was much warmer than February because this blue color is the 40s, and then I have the teal, which is the 50s. So far what I have tracked for the weather data for April, the color changes almost every day. So that's kind of why I'm waiting till the end of April to do the whole month at once so I can carry the yarn up the sides. But basically I'm going to do panels of 4 months and then do a border around them and then stitch the panels together. And that'll be how I make my blanket. I have some more yarn coming, but most of it, the majority of the blanket, is being made with cotton yarn I had in my stash. So I just filled in a few of the colors. I only had like 1 skein, so I bought a couple extra skeins of some of them. But it's mostly going to be stash yarn. What else? I know I had so much more I talked about in the first version of this. I think I showed everyone my desk because I just redid my desk. So it's just all of my crochet and knitting and spinning stuff in one area. It was a little bit, even having organized it, it doesn't actually look that great. So I'm going to keep working on that. But now I can actually find things, so that's nice. What else? I know what I did. I was listing out my upcoming videos, which there are quite a few of. So the first one coming up next is the Luca interchangeable Tunisian crochet hook review. I need to actually film it, but it will be next. After that is the Targhee lamb's wool spinning video. I only have to do like 1 more clip on that. The yarns are pretty much done other than 1 skein I have to ply. But the it's 90% done. I have an order from Joann's coming that I was going to do a box opening. It's mostly yarn for the temperature blanket, but I also ordered yarn for a weaving project and a few skeins of yarn of some newer lines that I hadn't tried before, so I was going to see what those looked like. I'll probably combine that with a weaving video since the weaving yarns are coming at the same time. Since it's the end of the month, I have my Spunky Eclectic fiber package on the way, so I'll probably do a spinning video for that. And the beginning of May, we'll have the next Paradise Fibers coming, and hopefully the next Long Way Homestead Breed Study, which I'm pretty sure is Wensleydale. That's already shipped. It just takes a while to get here from Canada. It could get here at any point. It could get here tomorrow. Or not. So anytime now. Let's see, was that it? The socks. Socks are coming. I finally got the nylon, so I can start working on them. The bobbins of nylon came. So I will start working on those very soon. As soon as I get the first two videos I mentioned filmed, the socks will be third. Maybe fourth, actually, after the Joannes. Yeah, probably after the Joannes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know in the first one I was showing off some yarns I just bought because I went to Martin's and they had some really nice yarns from the Wisdom Yarns brand, which is normally really expensive, and they were like heavily discounted, but unless you live in Maine you wouldn't actually know what Martin's is. Basically it's a store that takes discontinued objects or buys up the stock from stores that went out of business and sells all of it, and it's completely random and you never know what you're going to find when you get in there. But right now they have the one in Sanford anyway. There's quite a few of them in Maine. I only went to the one in Sanford. So right now they have a lot of sock yarn from Wisdom Yarns. So the little ones, they're like 230 yards of a bamboo merino blend sock yarn, and in like pastel colors. Those were marked down to $2.99 each, which is really good. And then the single ply Poems sock, which is superwash wool nylon single ply in like really pretty changing colors. I think they're like 450 yards. Those were $6.99, which is amazing. So I got like an assortment. Mostly going to use them for weaving, I think. I've used them for weaving before and they work really, really well for it. So yeah. I had already put them away after the first video though, and I don't want to dig them back out. I think that's it. I am going to end this and hope that the sound works this time so I don't have to film it again. And I guess I have to buy a new microphone. See you guys soon.